It's time for Coffee on the Coast. Good afternoon and welcome to Coffee on the Coast. I'm your host today, Tina Prigge. I am delighted to be joined by Lisa Devins, Horohoe, and Susie Menk, both of the Manitowoc Public Library, both in costume. Ladies, welcome back to Coffee on the Coast.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I have no idea how well you can hear me behind this mask, so I am going to set it aside just for the interview. We can always get back to it if need be. All right, so viewers, if you haven't guessed, Lisa and Susie are here because we're talking some Halloween events that are coming up at the Manitowoc Public Library. Who wants to go first? Tell us about Trunk or Treat.
Well, that would be me. So I'll start. Trunk or Treat is exactly what it sounds like. So we have almost 30 plus organizations, over 30 organizations that are going to be here with their trunks decorated and treats to hand out and information about the various organizations that are here in town. So we have organizations like people from the foster care system, our birth to three groups, the 4-H club, the Manitowoc Boys and Girls Club, the fire department, the police department, different agencies like that all throughout the Manitowoc area that are all going to be here with their trunks all decorated and treats to hand out. And then also information for families and various groups about what they do and how they can help families in the Manitowoc area. So that's happening in the Breeze parking lot, which is right across the street from the library on Quay Street there. And people are encouraged to dress up, as you can see, wear their best Halloween outfits, and then have fun walking around. Their best ones, Tina, their best outfits. And then they can walk around the whole parking lot and hit each one of those different groups on their way through the parking lot.
And so just to be clear, those different groups are giving out candies and treats and things for Halloween?
Correct. Some are giving out stickers and different things like that. And then also information about what their group does.
What a cool kind of trick-or-treating experience, right? Where it's all in one little location. You're not traipsing through a neighborhood. You know that it's safe and you're getting information at the same time.
Right. Yeah. We think it's the best of both worlds because it's a lot of different, 30 plus organizations. That's a lot of groups to be able to go around and trick or treat at their different trunks. And then it's always fun to see what they decorate their trunks with and how extravagant they go or whatever they do. So just, if they've got a theme for their trunk or if they're just, it's always fun. So it'll be a great event. Hopefully we'll have good weather that night, but it does run from 5:30 to 7:30 that evening.
Is it rain or shine?
Well, rain might put a damper on it, and then it would be a canceled event, and we would not be rescheduling. But we've had good weather the last several years that we've done it. So, but just a reminder to dress in layers if need be. So, some years it's been warmer than others, and this year is just proving no different. So, just a reminder, even if you're dressing up in costume, don't forget those layers.
Is it for a particular age group?
Families. We're pretty much open to families.
All right, we are talking Trunk or Treat. This is Tuesday, October 25th, 5:30 to 7 p.m. Wear your best costume, come to the Breeze parking lot. It's across the street from the Manitowoc Public Library. You get a chance to learn from some great community organizations while you trick or treat. I love it. And so this is not the first year that you've done this.
No, I'm trying to think, third or fourth year already that we've done this. Well, except during COVID, but that put a damper on everything.
The COVID years.
The COVID years.
That's how I feel about that.
Yeah, pretty much. But it's been several years now we've been doing it, and definitely it's growing because we've got more organizations participating this year than ever before. So we're really excited to offer this to the public, and it's free. There's no charge. Just bring your friends, your family, your kiddies, everybody dress up and then have a good time. Like you said, it's nice and safe. It's quiet. Well, it won't be quiet, but but it'll be a lot of good, clean fun. So
cool. And then at the same time, concurrently, so this is happening outside in the parking lot. And then concurrently, there's a creepy crawl happening. Lisa, I'm thinking you want to tell us about this?
Yes. So the library creepy crawl is a more family friendly version of the haunted library that we did last year. So the idea is families come in costume, they go to trunk or treat, and they go around and then get the different candies and visit the different organizations, and then the fun spills over into the library. Um, the difference this year is last year the haunted library was really a performance, and we had COVID in mind and social distancing in mind, so it was a registered event, and it was really designed for teens and older patrons. This year it is for the entire family. There is no registration required, and we're going to have different stations placed throughout the library, some a little creepy, a little gross, gross fun. And then as you work your way upstairs into the youth department, it got more silly Halloween fun and family friendly.
So when I hear you say stations, maybe a little gross, I'm thinking about some of those fun Halloween games where you'd have to stick your hand into like a bowl of peeled grapes and they told you a story about eyeballs, or into like some cold noodles and it was like, these are brains.
That's absolutely the way we're going. So we're going to have some sensory stations like that, some stations where it's arts and crafts, some stations where it's a game. We might have a photo op available. So it's different things like that.
Wow, this sounds like so much fun. Are there any crickets involved?
No,
No live crickets. No live crickets this year.
Yes, I should have thought of that. But there will be a challenge to taste something and then you don't know quite what it is. So there will be a little fun like that, but definitely not a cricket.
Cool. So if somebody's planning to do the creepy crawl, how much time would you allow for that? Does it take like that full hour and a half, or?
It really depends on the family and how much time they have and the age of the children involved. So you could really go through all of the stations if you have a wide range of ages. If you just have younger children, the activities upstairs are designed more towards that. So you can really visit all the stations. You could visit one of the stations. We're hoping to have maybe a movie set up. So if you just wanted to come in and sit and have snack on some candy and watch a movie, you could just do that. It's designed to be whatever you want it to be. So if you have the whole hour and a half, you can do that. If you just have 5 minutes, you can come in, you can make a craft, and you can go home.
How
Easy
fun.
peasy.
All right, Lisa is telling us about the library creepy crawl. This is at the Manitowoc Public Library on Tuesday, October 25th, 5:30 to 7 p.m. No registration required. It sounds like a lot of Halloween fun. You know, what I'm thinking is really cool about this, ladies, is that, you know, when kids go out trick-or-treating, you maybe get to see other neighborhood kids, but it's not so much of a social activity necessarily, right? You're going door to door, but what I love about what you've got planned at the library is it brings families and kids together in costume to kind of have a shared experience. Like you said, maybe just watching a movie, doing the different activities, but yet you're having fun with other people. How neat.
And what I love too is there's no set schedule. You could go into the parking lot and do, like 5 or 10 cars, and then, the littles are tired or they need a break, and you come in the library and do a little bit of fun stuff, and then you could go back out to the parking lot and then come back in. I mean, there's no schedule to any of this, so you can do whatever, like Lisa was saying, whatever works best for your family. You can tailor it pretty much to your own needs and wants for your family or a group of friends. If you want to come as a whole group, and several families get together with their friends and their neighbors and all dress up in a group, and we're hoping to take lots of pictures that night. So we're looking for some good costumes to come through that night too.
And it's an extra chance to wear your costume. People go all out and make these costumes, and then you only have one chance. This is an extra chance to get all dolled up and have everyone see your costume.
Right, right. I mean, that is half the fun, right? You make this costume and yeah, you do want to display it more than once. So, Lisa, you mentioned last year that it was like a teen experience. Can teens still participate this year? Is it?
Yeah, yes, and I'm glad you asked that. So the one thing that is the same is that we have a group of teens we call the Boo Crew, and they get community service hours for assisting us, and they are completely responsible for coming up with the different ideas for the stations and manning the stations. We have them dressing up and possibly doing a little performing as ghosts or goblins or witches. So they are really, the teens are really the driving force behind last year's haunted library and this year's creepy crawl. It happens because of them.
Nice. Nice. And so even if, and the weather's going to be perfect, I know the outdoor event's going to go off without a hitch, but just in case,
Thank you.
in case I'm wrong and that one has some weather issues, what happens in the library should go off no problem, right? Weather's not.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, we'll still keep that. There is a possibility, though, that if the outside weather is inclement, then the event in the parking lot would be canceled. So, but the inside stuff will totally keep happening.
That's rain or shine.
So there's still a reason to come.
So there's always a reason to go to the Manitowoc Public Library, but especially on Tuesday, October 25th from 5:30 to 7 p.m., there are outdoor and indoor activities happening. So in the parking lot across from the library, there is Trunk or Treat, where you can wear your costumes, trick or treat, find out information from some great local organizations. And then inside the library at the same time is the Library Creepy Crawl, kind of a haunted house, sort of Halloween experience. Anything else that you want viewers to know? Anything else you want to tell people?
Library staff will be dressing up too. So, adults, you're encouraged to come in costume as well as the kiddies. So think hard about what you're going to wear that night.
Absolutely. Pull out all the stops.
And I know yesterday was warm and today was warm, but it is already October 12th. So this is only like 2 weeks away, right?
Right. It's coming up fast.
All right. So, Lisa, do you have a full witch costume that goes with your hat?
I do, actually. And last year I was more Tisha Adams, so I did have the dress and the whole 9 yards.
Nice, nice. And Susie, do you already have your costume picked out?
I am still working on mine, but I don't know. I have to direct, so I have to be visible. So I think the headpiece is going to stay on because, people will be able to see this.
Yeah. So this is definitely.
And then I might just wear the orange vest with it. This is what I am today.
Nice. Yeah. Awesome. Well, it sounds like fun. Thank you so much for planning fun and exciting activities for the, families here on the coolest coast. It's especially exciting after having lived through COVID to know we can get together again and have these fun social experiences, especially around Halloween. Really appreciate everything that you do as far as programming.
Thank you.
You bet. Thanks so much for watching today. You've been watching Coffee on the Coast. My guests were Lisa Devins Horohoe and Susie Menk of the Manitowoc Public Library. We're talking Library Creepy Crawl and Trunk or Treat. These are family activities happening on Tuesday, October 25th, 5:30 to 7 p.m. Ladies, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
And happy Halloween on the GHOULEST coast.
That's good. Love it.
Thanks for watching. Goodbye, everyone.